I still don't understand how this is the subject we got onto.
I just started talking, Ghost.
About a man's penis with mushrooms.
No, I'm talking about health class, goddammit.
I hated fucking sex ed.
And how it's unnecessary to show a fucking cock on the screen.
I really felt bad for my sex ed teacher.
Why?
Because she was like forced to show everyone how to put a fucking condom on. So she had this giant model penis out. And she was just like holding it there and she was like, this is how it works. You gotta feel really bad for someone when that's their job. I can't really imagine having a love for that job. Showing kids how sex organs work.
Apparently my teacher doesn't give a shit. She just says penis and vagina and cock like no other day.
I actually never saw they never showed any pictures of people with STDs. We had to learn the names of all the STDs, and then had to get them, and we had to take a fucking test on it.
You had to get them? What?
On how to get them. The summer gotten through different methods of shitholes.
One, fucking a dirty vagina.
Apparently
Two,
there's...
getting sperm in your eye.
Excuse me, Reddy?
You can get an eye infection from that.
You hear there's like people who've been getting throat cancer from giving too many blowjobs?
No.
That was a good break of silence there. No. Oh my god.
How many fucking blowjobs do you have to give to get throat cancer? Like 20 a day?
It's a good question. There was oh yeah. So we had to like learn like how to get all the sex fucking shits, sex diseases. And you know one of the sexually transmitted diseases is something that I wouldn't really consider a disease, but it's just a parasite. It's a form of lice that lives on your crotch.
Crabs.
Is that actually it? Oh,
I think so, yeah.
I always thought they were saying crabs in fucking SpongeBob, that one episode where they like jump out of the water and they're like, cramps! I always thought they were saying crabs. Of course, back then I didn't know what crabs was.
Yeah, crabs are basically like dick lice.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing it probably sucks to get. How the fuck do you get it? How the first person get it? Do you like roll his crotch in grass for like a couple hours?
He was like, damn, this rock looks sexy, let's fuck it. How did those evolve? I mean, they're not like normal lice. They can't live in normal hair. How did they evolve to actually live like that? I just fucking...
Maybe like some guy had the dirtiest fucking crotch ever. And parasites and shit were growing in it. And just like how we were born, they were born.
Oh my
like
God.
into life. They were made of a bunch of cells combining into each other.
Don't you mean God came down and gave them life?
Fuck no! God didn't do shit!
I think,
It's all science.
It's all science. Are you sure? I think crabs might be the, literal, embodied form of sin.
Well, if God just made fucking crabs, then he's a big fucking douchebag.
I forgot what kind of crabs we're talking about.
We're talking about the crabs that grow on your dick.
Oh shit, I just dodged all that stuff. Ready? I think we need a new conversation.
I think that Capcom does too many reruns of everything.
Too many weird everything.
Too many reruns of everything.
What? Capcom? What?
How many fucking Resident Evils are there, Ghost? Tell me!
Too fucking many, but that's not called a rerun. That would either be a reboot, remake, or
Whatever,
sequel.
I meant reboot.
I don't think they ever rebooted the Resident Evil series. Did they?
And Sega.
There's way too fucking many Resident Evil games. Those games are terrible, most of them.
Yeah. I really hate them because I'm like, oh cool, it's about zombies, but apparently it's not. It's about every fucking other thing but zombies.
It's supposed to... That's a good point, actually. But it's supposed to be survival horror, but it's really not. It's like survival, not scary hallway. Well, actually... Shut up.
What?
Like, I'm sorry, I'm talking about fucking game.
Shut up, game.
Survival, survival horror is what the genre is supposed to be. And it's so ironic, because the original Resident Evil was actually genuinely scary. And it copied, the game Alone in the Dark, which I think was on the 3DO and also on PC. And that was a fairly good game, the first Resident Evil. I mean, it wasn't great. And then the second one, and then the third one, those were all pretty good. And the fourth one came out.
And the fifth, and the sixth, and the seventh,
No,
and the eighth.
then the fourth one came out, and the fourth one was the best out of all of them. Except it didn't go for the same kind of playstyle, it went for a third-person shooter kind of thing. And the fifth one came out, and they're like, fuck it, since it's a third-person shooter, let's make it all action-oriented, and not even bother with the survival horror shit. That's what happened. And now there's like 10 billion different fucking versions. There's rail shooters. Like, how can a rail shooter be fucking scary? How can you make a survival horror game a rail shooter?
You know what I feel, Ghost? You know how people are like actual survivor horror, like Daisy and all that stuff? You have to survive and thrive with the stuff you get.
Not really horror, but yeah.
Yeah, I know. I feel like people don't actually like go as scarce on supplies as they should be, you know? I feel like you can just find everything you want in an instant and be done with the game, pretty much, you know?
That's how Daisy is, except that, to be fair, Daisy has a pretty long playtime, but just your first time playing it, you gotta figure out all the fucking controls and shit.
Yeah.
It's like, how the fuck do I open it? I could not figure out how to open a door for so long. I don't have a scroll wheel on my mouse. It took me so fucking long to figure that shit out.
But I feel like every game that's supposed to be like Daisy, where you run around in an open world trying to find supplies to build stuff and use stuff against other players to fight them off or defend yourself. I feel like supplies are just everywhere all the time in every game I've played like that.
And like really survival MMOs.
Yeah.
War Z.
Like, fuck, War Z has guns everywhere. I feel like in a zombie apocalypse, there'd be more cars and less weapons.
I like how
people would think to bring their cars most of the time.
Yeah, no, I like how in fucking War Z, wait, how could you not think to bring your fucking car? You'd want to get your ass out of there.
Yeah, you would, but like, you know in how fucking Walking Dead, when all those cars were stuck in traffic?
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like if that happened, there'd be a bunch of cars there in one spot, like in a big city where you'd want to
that's true. But like War Z, I like how you can just walk up to a zombie and bash him with a flashlight and he won't even attack you.
Yeah, it's just a terrible game. Like, I really think in those kind of games they should make their items a lot more scarce, to tell you the truth. Like food, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't find fucking food lying in the middle of the floor.
That's true, especially since, like, when you think about it, like, when you think about, like, even things like, just, like, fucking earthquakes and, like, tsunamis and hurricanes and shit, whenever that shit happens, like, all the grocery stores get raided and there's nothing left.
Yeah, I know. So I really doubt, like, if it was a zombie apocalypse, I'm pretty sure people would run to the grocery store.
I think what we need is, we need an open world, we need, like, a DayZ, except, like, in a big city, like in New York or something, in almost every building is able to get into.
That's
and so,
really
like,
cool.
Yeah, that would be fucking awesome.
Except supplies would be really scarce, since considering New York is a really populated state.
Yeah, and there's, like, since there's so many buildings, only, like, very few would have, like, supplies in at a time. It would actually be a genuine challenge to survive. And, like, zombies would mostly not be on the streets, but mostly be in houses, like, where they were attacked. Like, shit that actually makes sense.
And then when there's like zombies, they're not like one or two spread apart. There's like huge groups of zombies. You know?
Yeah. See, I think we could develop a better fucking game if we knew how to program.
Yeah. You can give them ideas.
I've been like looking at the development of Day M, and it looks fucking awesome.
Day M?
Yeah, apparently within the next month they're releasing the beta.
I kind of feel it should be more like Mine Z. I mean, it's really hard, Mine Z.
Day M?
You know? No, Mine Z.
What, you mean you think DayZ should be like a...
Kind of. It's like really hard in Mine Z. You run out of food really fast.
Yeah, that's true. I also like how Mine Z is... I mean, because it's Minecraft, of course, but it's super open world, whereas DayZ, it feels like an open world, but once you've been to, like, the only 4 or 5 populated areas, you've seen everything. There's, like, 28...
Go on.
Sorry, there's just, like, a shit ton of towns in, like, Mine Z, but in DayZ, there's, like, 3.
I feel like they should make towns more important, like small towns, by adding more weapons, like a couple pistols, you know?
Yeah, I know. It's fucking Russia. Why does not every fucking house have a gun in it?
Yeah.
You know,
I really feel like you should, like, get knives, like, actually kill zombies with knives. And they shouldn't make the hitbox like the fucking axe, where you can axe them from, like, a mile away.
I have no fucking clue what this song is, but I'm gonna apparently play it. What song is this? Give me, like, some porno music, some shit. What am I talking about? Okay. DayZ.
Yeah, and, like, fucking Zombie U, that was a disgrace.
Oh, this is this song. Zombie U?
Yeah.
What's that? Oh, Zombie U. That game was pretty cool. But once you figure out how to kill one zombie, you figured out how to kill them all.
But, I mean, come on, it's so, like...
I don't understand why everything was green shifted in that game. It was so gross. Everything was green. Like, when I was watching the playthroughs of it, it, like, gave me a headache. But it's like everything in the game, it has a slight green tint. Like, as if you're constantly looking through night vision goggles or something.
What I hated about it was that it took so many fucking hits to kill a zombie. Like, it literally took 5 or 4, and the person grunting so much and all that.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, sure, it'd be like real life, but I mean, come on, it's a game.
Yeah. You know, a lot of people like these, like, realistic games, but I'm not a big fan of that shit. I'm, like, a fan of something like Half-Life, where they went for a semi-realistic thing, but they wanted it to be, but they cared more about the game actually being good than it being realistic.
Yeah. We need more games like Half-Life.
Yeah.
I feel like Half-Life 1 was so much better than Half-Life 2.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why everyone loves sorry. A lot of people consider Half-Life 2 to be one of the best games of all time, but just because it had the gravity gun, I think. I mean, the gravity gun was cool, but it wasn't that great.
You know what was better than the gravity gun? Little tentacle gun.
Yeah, I was so disappointed that there was no, none of the prototype scientist weapons in the second game. Like, remember, like, the 4 or 5 different prototype scientist weapons?
Yeah.
And, like, how... I don't think it's funny how, like, in Half-Life 1, there was, like, what, 20 weapons or something you could have? Half-Life 2 has, like, 5. But because the gravity gun's there, no one complained about that shit.
I know. You don't even use the gravity gun.
I know. I mean, like, the gravity gun's good for Ravenholm, and that's it.
Yeah.
After that, you never use it again.
Using one, like, I think the first episode 1, I think. Use it to kill a bunch of combines because it gets an upgrade or something to the...
Oh yeah, in the very end of the default Half-Life 2. In episode 1, I think for a while it's your only weapon, so it becomes useful there. Like, you don't even have a crowbar. I think you just have that.
Like, all your weapons get destroyed when you walk into the Citadel.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about episode 1, though. Yeah, that's true, though. It's also used there. Have you seen S-Stop or whatever? Yeah, F-Stop, that's it.
I still think Half-Life 2 is a real better game, though.
Even Half-Life 1?
No, Half-Life 1 is better than Half-Life 2, but I think Half-Life 2 is still a great game.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Have you seen F-Stop?
Stop?
F-Stop, yeah.
F-Stop? No, I haven't.
Originally, Portal 2 wasn't going to be based around portals. It was going to be it was gonna be a prequel based around different parts of Aperture Laboratories, and like they have some beta footage of it, but not much. But it was gonna be based around a mechanic called f-stopping, which no one knows what the mechanic actually is, because Valve's keeping it secret because they are thinking of using it again in the future. But because playtesters were so disappointed that there were no portals, that they decided to rework the game to use the portal gun and then release it as Portal 2.
Wow.
I really want to see that f-stop game though, because like the beta footage looks awesome. Like the relaxation chamber, like it's just like you're on like a desert island kind of, like with a tree on it and stuff. And like all of the sudden, like all the water drains out of the ocean, and then like all of a sudden you realize that like you're in like a room, and then all of a sudden you just kind of like fly away. It's really cool.
Valve is so good at making these kind of games. Like, they don't even need, the characters don't even have to say words.
I know.
The main characters, and you're in love with them.
A lot of people don't like silent protagonists though.
I love silent protagonists. It doesn't matter, really. I mean, like, silent protagonists are, like, the best thing in, like, all the characters that are silent protagonists are, like, the best best characters in video gaming history. Like
Gordon.
Mario, Link, Gordon Freeman.
I mean, Link, I consider him a silent protagonist, but I'm not sure I'd consider Mario one. I mean, he kind of talks a little bit, but not really, but he's not really so much of a, he's not really a hero. I mean, he is a hero, but he's a fucking more just weird kind of, you know what I mean? He's not like a role-playing kind of guy. It's just like, play as him, go. It's not like a Zelda where it's like you're on a journey and there's an adventure. Mario, it's just kind of like, go, do it, come on, go, next level, hurry up,
Wait,
go.
can you say that again? Because I didn't hear anything.
I said that, like, I don't consider Mario to be really a silent protagonist or even much of a protagonist at all. But as in, like, Zelda, it's like you're on an adventure and you have to save the princess, but in Mario, it's just kind of like, go to the next level, play it,
Mario's
go.
like Sonic now.
You mean he's getting washed out?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people will disagree with that, but I agree. All the newer Mario games are so bad. I mean, Galaxy 2, both really good games, and like everything after that pretty much looks pretty shitty. Mario Bros. U looks pretty cool, but Mario Bros. Wii was terrible.
Yeah. That was pretty bad. It had nice graphics. I gotta go eat, so I'll be right back.
Alright. Wait. What you eating? You gotta know. Oh my god, what was that?
Pizza.
Pizza! Hello? Oh, fuck. See you guys next time.